We are finally live with episode 1 of the Dashiki Brothers.
Oh, hell yeah.
My name is Garrett Dearman.
I'm Alvin Winena.
It is great to see you all today. Thank you for tuning in.
In the middle of a fucking storm, let's go.
Man, I mean, when we were at the driving range and everyone's phone went off at the same time with the thunderstorm watch in the area, 80 plus mile an hour winds, I'm surprised that it didn't evacuate.
Yeah, and you still saw people coming in.
Dude, I mean, I guess if they're devoted to the game, that one woman had her 8-year-old daughter that she was ready to take in there and put a lightning rod in her hand.
Dude, honestly, that's going to be me and my kids on the ski slope. I am going, as soon as they can walk, they're going down that mountain, regardless.
Have I told you about my cousin and his little kids? Dude, so he has 3 kids. His daughter is about 7 years old.
Okay.
And she goes down double blacks in Utah. And I'm just like, Aaron, is that safe? He's like, she skis better than I do. I mean,
yes, that's how my mixed kids are going to be. They're going to be
perfect,
skiing
dude.
better than half of the whiteys down that mountain. I'm telling you what.
So, let's talk about Orlando. We obviously missed our flight there. Ended up driving with the 2 kids probably 15 hours last Friday.
Plus, dude.
It got there at, about 6 a.m. We rolled in good timing, though. And chugging that beer at south of the border was definitely necessary.
Yeah. Is that when I took over driving? I don't even remember.
No, you took over driving once we got to Florida.
Okay.
It was just north of Jacksonville, and although I was awake, my body was not responsive to me anymore. So,
dude, one more beer and I would have looked at you and be like, I'm
not
driving. I'm not driving, dude.
Dude, I wouldn't have blamed you, man. I mean, it was a tenuous drive, but we got there all right.
Yeah, definitely made it in good time. I feel like after that first one that we had the last time.
Dude, I mean, what is our luck with airplanes? But seriously, we rented a car and then drove back after being in the airport for 6 hours. It was 9:30 p.m. when we finally got on the road. But that timing we made that time was just immaculate.
Think about if we had, honestly, one more gin and tonic, we would have been like, oh shit, looks like we're staying
in Florida. I mean, and I don't know. I was looking at the forecast the entire time up in Baltimore, and it's sunny, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, we kept on seeing other planes take off.
Other planes take off
all right, that's
from Orlando to Baltimore.
That's frontier for you.
That's what you get when we fly cheap with a backpack. And
would you ever get that pass that they released?
Yeah, because it's $400 for season.
Isn't it $299 or $399?
I think it depends on what time of year you buy it, but it's an entire year of flights, 100% free. And the cool thing is, you earn miles with it as well.
And it's domestic or international, which
I mean, they only go to Puerto Rico, but still,
Puerto Rico. I'll hang out with the lads.
Dude, I mean, that would be a blast. Now, I mean, when you look at it, though, those flight miles will rack up so quickly. It's 960 miles from BWI to Orlando.
Okay.
There and back, that's just under 2,000 miles. And once you hit 25,000 miles or 20,000 miles on their service, you get a free carry-on, a free checked bag, free extra room space and everything. So,
which all makes a difference when you're fucking flying.
When you're flying Frontier, and I mean, they are doing everything shy of making you take your pants off at the terminal gate.
Oh, dude, the last time I flew Frontier to Florida, it was like a party. The dude at the announcer was like, hey, it was a whole theatrical thing. And I was like, am I flying Soul Plane right now? I swear it was, I'm like, this cannot be real right now.
That staff that we had on the way to Orlando last time was pretty good.
It was kind of like that, but they were more extravagant.
Right.
They made it a fact to know that you were flying Frontier. I'm just like, I know I'm flying Frontier.
Sir, I paid $35 for this ticket. I'm aware of.
Paying $35 for this ticket. I'm paying $20 for 2 beers. We're good to go.
Oh man, yeah. When you spend more money on alcohol in the airport and on the plane than your ticket actually costs, it's a good feeling.
Oh yeah.
So what else about the Florida trip? I mean, we spent a lot of time in the sun there. I was amazed that my kids didn't get like extremely sunburned, but like
We may have met a homeless person. We
dude,
have yet to confirm.
I don't think it is a may. We definitely met a homeless Asian girl that just grifts around resort pools.
Wanted to make sure that we called her Ling Ling.
Ling Ling or Suki?
Yes.
I was just like, I'm sorry, I can't. Like, what is your actual name? Chelsea with an A.
By the way, we're doing this podcast, first podcast at the brewery.
Seven Locks Brewery.
And lights might go off in the middle of this podcast.
Lights
Like,
very well might go
flickering.
off. So if we lose our camera connection, we're still gonna run through the pod, but we might only get audio for half of it. So fingers crossed, lights stay on for us. It is a tornado watch until 9 p.m. tonight, and it is raining cats and dogs. I mean, thank God we didn't buy another bucket, dude. We would have been either we would have been in the rain hitting the rest of them, then having to drive here.
No, we're taking those balls home. What are you talking about?
Oh, that's true. That's true. Just fill up the golf bag as much as we can. Like, I don't think at that point they would say anything.
Yeah, but going back to Suki or Ling Ling or whatever she wants to be called, that just the whole interaction was weird. The way she approached us was like, "That's your speaker. You want to play? Do you mind if I play music?" I just looked at you. I was like, "You got this."
She says, "I'm a young and aspiring DJ. Can I use your?"
I wanted to laugh out loud so hard when she said that.
I also, in the initial meeting, I mean, she looked like she might have been 17 years old. I was like, all right, like, have fun with the speaker. Like,
but did you realize she found us and, like, latched onto us immediately?
Immediately, dude.
Immediately.
I mean, when she came back the second night and spent 45 minutes showering in the condo, I was like, okay. Like, I does not ask, like, dude, just assumes that, like, that is what normal guests of a apartment condo do, right?
I was just chilling in the room, and then I was like, all right, Garrett's back, and then I heard her. I was like, all right, they're back. I looked at Jocelyn. I was like, yeah, Garrett back, and yeah, that's the girl that we met. And she just looked at me. She's like, oh, so you're meeting girls at that pool? I'm like, I mean, yeah, Garrett met, yeah.
Yeah. We also met JMU's star running back for 3 years. Percy was a dog.
That I did not mention to my vanilla queen.
To your white queen? No?
Vanilla queen is the new term.
Oh man, I mean.
And then I heard, that's what I was going to say, I heard Percy's voice, and I'm like, yeah, we're not going out.
We're not going out there.
But I was like, oh, dude, that's my dog, Percy. And she's like, she didn't say anything. I was like, thank God, we're not going out there. I'm not letting you see Percy, because then you're going to think of Percy while we're banging later on tonight. And, you know, I just don't need that, you know.
Dude, you came out of the room. He was like, where did this man come from?
Dude, I was hiding, and I was like, I'm going to scare these people. And I was just like, I literally was just standing there, and no one saw me at all. Percy didn't even see me.
It took me walking down the hallway like, hey, Alvin, like, I saw your red shorts.
Like, no one saw that I was standing in the living room. I was like, what's up? And Percy was like, what the fuck? And then, like, you were just like, what's up, Alvin?
Yeah.
And then Ling Ling was just like freaked out or whatever. I'm like, this bitch is on heroin or something.
She was on mushrooms.
I must have been like,
dude,
not here.
She offered me like an eighth of mushrooms at the pool, and I'm like, well, I'm with my 4 and 6 year old sons.
If you had told me, my goblin side would have came out, and I would have munched.
You'd have munched the mushrooms.
I would have munched those mushrooms and cried in Jocelyn's arm all night. Fought with her and then cried in our arms all night.
Hey, okay, so at least we can stand by one thing that went better on this trip than last. Not half the fights.
Oh, because I made sure I didn't get so
You didn't get too drunk.
I made sure I didn't get
You didn't get Smoky Bones drunk.
I didn't get Smoky Bones. I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to do it this time. Well, coming into the whole trip, TMI, I was already, like, nervous about, like, me and her, like, how we stood. So I was just like, she wasn't even going to stay the whole time at all. So,
dude, I remember you saying that, like, a couple days before. I was like, well, I hope she does, but like if she doesn't, bros trip.
Yeah,
why?
I was like, you know what happens? Like if we had that night that we had at the pool meeting Ling Ling and the New York bros, the Zesty bros, and the JMU bro, like that was a great night. That was one of my favorite nights.
That was
throughout the whole
awesome. That and the one to Tampa.
Tampa was
lit. Just a blast,
Yeah.
and I mean, the credit card system's down.
It didn't put a damper on.
No, it didn't at all. But like, I loved how the waiter looks at the menu. He sees well drinks $6, and he's like, or $7. He's like, all right, 2 for $13 on happy hour, right? I was like,
the
sir,
math doesn't add up, but yes.
Like I
please.
appreciate it. Like, let's 4 of them, please. No, that was great, and the kids really enjoyed it. I thought one of the funniest things at the pool was when Braden goes up to you, says, "Hey, Alvin, is that your new butthole?"
Dude, I was like, chill out.
What's your butthole's name?
And then, like, when that happened, I was like, please do not come to the apartment. Because if she came to the apartment and your kids were like, Alvin,
dude, you know
are you going to tell your girlfriend about your new butthole?
About your new butthole?
I'd have been like, what? No.
Yeah. Sorry, like I can't find my bikini. I have to swim in my Suzuki t-shirt.
But I'll send you a picture later.
I'll send you a picture later of
I'm
me
good.
in my bikini.
I'm good.
I'm all right. I'm sure it's a very attractive picture of you in your bikini.
I'm good. Dude, I've been watching too much SVU. If she invited me to her apartment, or you to her apartment, I'd be like, you're not going alone, first of all. You're going to walk in there, and her 30, 40-year-old like Filipino boyfriend is going to be in there and be like, hey, hombre, empty out your wallet. Or you get whacked out, you wake up in the bathtub with your kidney missing
gone.
in ice. Like,
yeah, that would be that would have been a story. I mean, went and picked her up from a McDonald's, and she says, "That's my second home."
no, that's your only one. Let me go to the back and get my shit. Like, no, what? Why is your shit in the back?
Why is McDonald's holding your life's like belongings?
And why McDonald's? I know there's a Starbucks. Like, if a bitch told me, "Yo, come get me from Starbucks," I'm not. You're not questioning it. Like, but McDonald's, you're like,
ooh, free Wi-Fi? Like,
I mean, see, Starbucks got free Wi-Fi, but I'm not gonna
question it. Like, she has like 17 power banks being charged there at the same time. I mean, life on the street in Orlando.
She's doing the free meal app thing. From
definitely,
Wendy's.
dude. Definitely getting free 10-piece nuggets all the time. But I think overall it was a really good trip, man. That drive back was a little bit long and tenuous, but and I think that was just more so brought on because the kids were up for more of it. On the drive down, they were asleep after 7 p.m. and slept until 6 a.m.
We were cooling from the drive down.
Mm-hmm.
The drive down wasn't bad at all.
The drive back up, I think Braden was just so exhausted and upset that he was just like, dude, I'm done and I don't want to be in the car. Like, I was just like, man, I feel you.
Braden waking up from that bad dream is literally me waking up from a bad hangover. I literally will wake up, start looking around and start crying like that. I'm like, why am I? Like, look, like, why did I do? I'm like, dude, you're good.
Thank God for YouTube, dude. Like,
YouTube doesn't help me.
Shit, like,
I'll go to Pornhub and look at the hordes and be like, at least this is making me feel better.
That was good. So we have a few things that we want to talk about today. The first topic, Alvin, you and I go and see a lot of movies together.
Hell yeah.
What's been your best so far this year?
Dude, Across the Spider-Verse, definitely. Top tier movie. I had the chance to go see Oppenheimer last night, but I was too tired after.
Did your sister and aunts go, or?
My sister and my cousin went.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like looking at my sister and be like, nigga, you never invite me to movies. Like, only when my cousins here, you're gonna invite me to a movie. But like, they went to go watch Oppenheimer, and I want to see it. I want to see Barbie, which I feel like would be fun, but you saw it.
Barbie was a fun movie, dude. Now, like, give credence. I was 9 beers deep for Barbie, so
As you should be.
those jokes hit. But Greta Gerwig did a well job with telling the story. I don't want to spoil it too much, but it was a good story.
I heard the message was like too in your face. Is that true or?
So honestly, I felt like at the start it was not in your face enough, and then it kind of transitioned through the movie to a more like apparent story of what they were trying to tell, and so Barbie World gets taken over by the Kens.
Okay.
And it's just
You're not ruining it.
I'm not ruining it. It's just very reminiscent of the society that we're in today. So, with that said, I think that they kind of
feminists?
No, I think that we still live in an ultra masculine society. I mean, when I see my coworkers and like 85% of them are white men, I'm just like really like they're dude. It's between Vienna and Pensacola, and there's no like the demographic in our Pensacola office is 90% white. Like, and then I think it's like 8% Hispanic, 2% Black African American. It's just it's in Matt Gaetz's congressional district.
Yeah.
But I think it resolved well. I thought that the end kind of message, from what I could remember of it, was pretty strong, especially for young girls and things like that. So I thought it was good in the end.
How many movies did we go see? We saw Across the Spider-Verse. We saw The Flash.
We saw Across the Spider-Verse twice. Flash was garbage.
Which you hated. What else did we? I think we saw another movie. I feel like
we did. And
in theaters.
We really need to go see Oppenheimer. I think if we can go up to the Rio or something and catch it, because at least it's an IMAX theater there, and we get some of the experience. It's not the 70 millimeter, but it's still good. Man, it is pouring outside.
It's really important, but like, how about this? The last time we were in Florida, not this past time, but when we were watching Across the Spider-Verse, you with Jocelyn.
She didn't think you had seen it.
And
you and I had seen it together twice. Probably once. Like on
the first night it came out.
Yeah.
And then we saw it with Concierge.
Yup.
And then I saw it separate. You saw it multiple times.
I've seen it so many times.
And then just like trying to keep a straight face every time you're just trying
How about Gwen Stacy there?
You're just trying to bust my balls and catch me off guard. And I'm like, wow, really? But like, I'm also explaining the movie to you and her. And I'm like, and she's not gripping that. Yeah, maybe this nigga has seen this movie. Like,
maybe my guy has seen it before. Alvin reads a lot of comic books, I guess.
I was gonna do that with Barbie as well, but I should have done it.
No, Across the Spider-Verse was just so well done, and I mean that soundtrack hit so hard. I was super happy with that.
Yeah.
Metro Boomin did a great curation of it and everything. No, really enjoyable. I would be very disappointed if it doesn't get a nod at the very least for Film of the Year.
It will win awards. I know it will.
Animated, I think it's hands down.
Yeah.
But as far as like best movie of the year, when you have something like Oppenheimer in the same season, it tends to be pretty difficult. Although Barbie's it passed $1 billion just this weekend, so that's
Nice.
Pretty good revenues for it. I mean, I don't know if I really want to see a Hot Wheels movie, but
I'll see a Hot Wheels movie, and you would.
I'd watch it, like G.I. Joe, whatever. But it would definitely.
I mean, let's talk about real quick Transformers.
Oh, dude, that was another one we watched recently.
And the next movie is probably going to be a spin-off with G.I. Joe and Transformers.
I could see that
with the post-credit scene.
Yeah.
So, and that movie was pretty fucking awesome.
That movie was really cool, and honestly, I was really reticent to see it because, honestly, I've been worn out from some of the Transformers franchise. Like, I wanted to see Fast 10 because whatever, Vin Diesel and Jason Momoa being hilarious in it, like, I'll take it.
Oh,
but
and Jason Momoa took his role to the next level. Like, he played it eccentric villain that you want, and like.
I don't think he's going to get nods for like best supporting of the year,
because
but
you can't give
it's
best supporting
Fast
suit,
10.
yeah.
Well, it's also Fast 10.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not going to give it a nod at all, even if it was a pretty good movie for the Fast franchise. Yeah, no, it's kind of weird how they do all their like gut work with actually getting that list together, and like at the end of the year, yeah, I understand why Moonlight should win multiple like many years ago, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of exciting films.
I didn't even see Moonlight.
No. Dude, when they did the mess up
I
of
saw
it,
the- I saw the
that
mess
was.
up.
Oh, sorry.
Was it La La Land and Moonlight?
Mhm.
Okay. Both I did not see.
La La Land was good. It's just it might as well be a musical in just the facade of the film. I don't know. It was interesting. Well, so a topic that's just been like top of mind for me. I've been hearing it all the time on NPR. Artificial intelligence, like, what's your take on it, man? Like, how do you feel about it affecting our workplaces, our classrooms, and things like that?
I fucking love it.
Okay.
I fucking love it. I can see it affecting classrooms a lot because we're degenerates that went to Frostburg, and we took advantage of anything that we could. We could, and it's like Chegg. It's gonna be like Chegg. Chegg was like helped a lot of people, dumbed down a lot of people, but at the end of the day, you pass the class,
Right. I mean, it's easy to get degrees, to be frank, and honestly, the time that I spent up at Frostburg, I wouldn't have changed it a bit.
And
I enjoyed
they're
every
just gonna
minute
make
of
it. They're gonna make it harder. Chegg used to be free. Used to be completely free, and all that, and now you have to pay
for it.
Pay for it. You can't share multiple accounts.
Yep.
So they're kind of like that's tightening it because we're all like in college. We're all broke.
Right.
So they're gonna tighten it like that. But how are you gonna tighten it with AI when it's implemented into your iOS? Like now, when you upgrade your phone, it asks you to download chat.
Yeah.
And AI. So it's only gonna get better. So how are schools gonna combat that? How are they gonna do like I was in information systems, so they could tell when we plagiarize coding and stuff like that. So that's gonna be the next thing.
So that's kind of what I wanted to touch on. I keep on seeing these stories of kids being flagged for plagiarism and saying that they're using AI when they're doing like just typical sourcing. Now, like,
how do you flag for AI?
That's a good question. There are companies that are doing it. It reminds me, I don't know if you saw the South Park episode where they use AI. Stan and Clyde, they use AI for dating, and they're sending all their messages. They're putting it in the phone.
Trust me, we'll talk about that.
But so, point of the story, in the end, they call in because they get suspected for using AI. They call in a school, like county individual, and it's just like a witch doctor, and he's holding bones over papers. He has a hawk that senses AI. The answer is you can't. And
then when you can too, we'll just do like how I did it with the coding. I'll just plug in my code and see what pops up in Google, and then change it from there. Like you can, like there's ways around like.
Well, 100%. And the thing with like a lot of things, it's especially when you're doing a research paper, you're going to quote multiple sources, and there's going to be vast segments of that portion that are going to be, third party. It's going to be online. It's going to already be out there.
So does the AI create its own thing, or does it pick up from multiple sources through the internet to make a subject?
So it depends. A lot of the times, it's just not to that point yet. It'll just make shit up.
Because if it does that, making shit up is way better than it picking up.
Oh no, it'll like literally make up fake shit that's not actually real.
See, and then that's how you can detect it.
That's how
if
you
can detect if they're using, and that's how if the student's dumb enough not to read the thing and be like,
And that's my thought on it.
"Oh, Denzel
like,
Washington met peanut butter." No, report. That's going in the report.
I just think it could be a great asset to helping people facilitate the things that they're already doing.
That's
You know,
what it's supposed to be for. But you know us, we're gonna obviously like,
a lot of people exploit it
Exactly.
to the amount that they can. I think it's just, to what level, and it's also not necessarily writing as eloquently as you and I would for a paper or a presentation. If you're putting things like that on the slides, you're going to have to clean up grammatical errors. You're going to have to clean up things like that.
And to that aspect too, like people were saying that it's gonna dumb us down and make people not, learn, actually pick up things and learn things. Well, if chat's making something up, you're gonna need to know if that's fact or not. If that's like
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
You almost need to fact check your own paper.
Exactly. Especially,
Which I think is a reasonable thing. Again, if you're using it as a tool to help you generate ideas, generate X, Y, or Z, I think that's a perfectly fine thing. And I think that'll help and assist people in great magnitudes, because there are people that it'll take hours staring in front of a computer to try and, write up a presentation or think of things to write about. I think this could really help us facilitate that and allow us to really do the jobs or do the work that we actually need to. So, make sure you're asking it the right questions, make sure you're actually using it to help you work, because again, like in the end, you really do need to fact check it and make sure it's right, because there are plenty of these programs that are just making random shit up, and I'm just like, well, that would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, I love that Megatron was the 45th president of the United States. So, no, it's just a hot topic, and I've just spent a lot of time thinking about it recently. So, I appreciate the time. Something both of us love, dude. Golfing.
Hell yeah.
We got into
We just spent, what, 20, 40, 45 minutes at the
45
range?
minutes at the range, and
Before the storm.
got right in before the storm. It was honestly kind of ideal, and I think getting out there just for like the bit of mental reprieve, you're there, you're in control of all the tangibles there.
Oh yeah, dude, my driving was a lot better today.
I noticed it,
fucking
dude. I
lot better
noticed
today.
it. Yeah, I mean, you keep on lifting that left shoulder up and really getting under the ball, you're gonna get it. You're gonna be able to smack that.
Yeah, we should definitely hit up Angelo, because he goes to the range around here a bunch, and then maybe just do like a 9 sometime.
We should definitely. I mean, Glenn's always down too.
Yeah.
And that guy gives great tips. He's also just, on a little bit different of a level than us at this point, but, it's always fun to go out with him. I don't know, man. All these like crazy TikTok videos, it makes me want to get out there constantly. That one that I sent you, the dude hitting a ball with like a 30-foot long driver.
Oh yeah.
It's hilarious, but like it makes me want to hit balls all the time.
Dude, I don't know if it's because I'm getting older or if I'm just getting whiter, but
Okay.
like my sports have changed. I love NASCAR also.
I fucking love NASCAR. Golfing, like nowadays, love it.
Top of it.
I saw tennis the other day, and I'm like,
I might get into it. This kind of looks nice.
I don't know, dude. You've always been into pretty white sports.
always. Hockey is my favorite. Hockey is my favorite sport of all time. So like, yes, I am just getting a little wider as the
A little wider as you
the
age
years-
on.
But I fucking love golfing. Me and you should go to a fucking NASCAR race with Charlie. Well, when me and him took that tabby of acid and went,
Did you go down to Richmond or?
we went to I forgot what it's called. It's a small track
Okay.
in southern Virginia. It took us like 6 hours to drive from Frostburg.
You might have been. Were you?
Not Richmond. It starts with like
okay.
a S. Fuck. And sometimes they turn it into a dirt track. It was
Okay.
like. Fuck. Now I'm gonna have to look it up. But like that shit was awesome. Creepiest first night ever.
Okay.
We were in a bread and breakfast in an old couple's house. And I'm like, dude, like, they're gonna kill us in our sleep. The door, like, I found the door open with a cat sleeping at the foot of our bed. I'm like, did these niggas come in here and watch us sleep? And as soon as, like, the crack of dawn came up, I was like, Charlie, let's get the fuck out of here. We got hammered as fuck, went to the NASCAR. It was supposed to be a day, but there was thunderstorms, so they made it
so it was
split
the next one, yeah.
2 days, which was fucking awesome.
Nice.
So we did the first day of races, got hella drunk. Second day, Charlie was like, you want to split a tab? I was like, no, let's just take a whole tab each.
Oh my god.
So we took one each, and like we're just like, it was a weather delay, and we're just chilling in the truck of his bed, crushing beers, and we just go in, and I'm fucking tripping sack.
Oh my god.
And I'm just like, they turn on the engines of the car, and like that feeling of the rumble.
Yeah.
And you're tripping. I'm just like, oh my god, like I'm about to bust right here. Like, it was awesome. Got to see a crash, and then we stayed at a shitty Motel 8. It was awesome.
Nice.
We smoked weed in it. The hotel lady came through, pretending we were asleep. She was like, you guys got to go. Check out time. I was like, oh, Charlie, let's go. We just had finished smoking a blunt, too.
Yeah,
Okay, let's
in
get
the
the
room.
fuck
Let's
out.
go.
Yeah. We got our deposit back. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, no, so I've hit one NASCAR race before, and it was down at RIR. Old coworker had gotten like a set of tickets. He had a few people cancel, so I ended up going with him and his dad, and it was a blast, dude.
It is such a party. It is such a good party.
Well, that's the cool thing. Like, we Ubered in, we just got completely hammered, and it was just a party the entire time. We were down near the gate in the front, so like we really couldn't see much further than right in front of us, but like the excitement was just, I don't know, it was a really dope thing. We're gonna take a quick pause and grab a quick beer. We'll be right back. We are back, and I'd like to do a quick shout out to our sponsors. Alvin.
Seven Logs Brewery. We're located in Rockville, Maryland on Wilkins Avenue. We're open Tuesday through Friday from 3:30 to 9 p.m. Actually, on Fridays we're open 12 to 10. And then Saturdays we're open 12 to 10 as well. And Sundays we're open fucking 12 to 7.
Hell yeah. The second people that we'd like to thank that really just make this podcast possible on nicotine pouches. You can get them at any 7-Eleven.
If you're not on.
They get me up in the morning and they help me go to sleep at night. They have 2, 4, and 8 milligram pouches. So whatever suits your nicotine needs, you have them right there.
If you're trying to get your babe into nicotine,
On's the way to do it, dude. Jocelyn is hooked on Ons.
yeah, she was on that dirty vape, and then she had a couple pouches of On, and she's all about it.
This is a non-tobacco product, but it does contain nicotine. Nicotine is a addictive substance and can cause issues with your health. So be careful. Only use nicotine where legal in your area. So back to the show. Alvin, we were so fortunate with our sponsor today. They provided us a flight of some different beers here. So we have the Below the Belt Blonde, the Snake Den Saison, the Lucha Lime Lager, the Bitch Monkey Guava Sour, and to end us off, we have the Clear Spring Pale IPA. So, I mean, what's your favorite of the bunch? To me, it's the Snake Den, hands down.
It has to be the Snake Den.
It just, for consistency, Seven Locks does it really well, and I mean,
Closest to a hazy looking, but it's a wheat beer.
Oh, it's a beautiful beer. It's drinkable. You can drink it in the summer. You can drink it in the winter. Really like it. Let's start with the blonde.
Blonde's gonna be this one.
Yep. We're gonna go right down. Well, that's good.
The blonde's good. Not my cup of tea.
It's a little bit bitter as an aftertaste for a blonde, but honestly, that's a good like lawn mowing beer. You could sip on that while doing the lawn.
Definitely crushable. Definitely
You could that's definitely a poolside beer.
It's definitely a 3 out of 5 for me. Maybe
Okay.
3.5. Definitely a 3.
Yeah, it rocks right around the same for me. You know, it's a good beer. It's drinkable.
That weird bitter
The
taste.
bitterness it kind of throws me off for a blonde, and I don't mind it because I like the hoppy beers. But for this style, it just I don't know, it kind of threw me for a loop. This next one we have here, we both love it. It's the Snake Den. As we said earlier, this is. If you're coming to Seven Blocks, if you are in Maryland, specifically in Rockville, please come by and get the Snake Den Saison. Brian, the beer room manager, would be happy to help you out. Alvin works here as well, and they have a great staff here, very kind and cordial. Kids are more than welcome, same with animals. Any friendly dog is more than welcome inside the tap room, so you don't have to stay outside in that Maryland heat. You can come in, enjoy a beer, have your pup, enjoy some nice cold water while they're here, and please try the Snake Den. Tell them that the Dashiki Bros sent you.
So, real quick before you take that,
Please.
so what's your favorite events that happens here? Because we usually do have shit going on.
Dude, I will say this, that
And I know you're an avid trivia.
I'm here. Well, so I mean, us in the bar, we win maybe once every 5 weeks, and that is just strict bartender beer knowledge.
Yeah. So if you're wondering, we have trivia here Thursdays. We have live music.
Most Fridays and Saturdays.
Yeah, almost every Saturdays. Sometimes on Fridays we'll have a special band, and then on Sundays, once out of the month we'll do like a pet adoption. We'll have the dog shelter across the street come in and bring 1 or 2 puppies in.
You also do the plant swap at least once a month as well, and
plant swap
that
is a
really
new
blows
thing.
up.
It's a new thing that just started happening apparently last week. Yeah, as Brian was saying, it popped up.
I saw it on Instagram. There was a ton of people here.
Yeah.
And if you're trying to get like a little plant starter, you know, go meet some like-minded people who like gardening, also people who like beer. This is a great place to do it.
Trying to get the owners to let me do Techno Tuesdays. Well,
That'd be cool,
Techno
dude.
Tuesdays here would be fucking lit.
You asked what my favorite is. Trivia is definitely up there, but for me, it's the live music. Justin Traywick and the Common Good, a local bluegrass band in the area. They do bluegrass and covers. They come the first Friday of every month. I bring my 4 and 6-year-olds here for it all the time. They absolutely adore it. They are great with kids. They are singing music that the kids love to sing along to and dance to.
I gotta look up this other artist that was here this past weekend. He was really good. He's a Baltimore artist.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was really, really good.
R&B?
No, he was like, I think I was telling you he did a mix of like Fresh Prince and another song.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was nice on
That's pretty
the
cool.
guitar as well too. Very, very good artist. I got it. I told him about our podcast, and he might be on actually.
Oh, I
He
hope
said
he's
he was-
listening in, man.
He said he was willing to come by and chat, so hopefully we'll have it on. So
Also, if you are a musical artist in the area and would like to get some exposure, definitely come talk to Alvin or Brian and see if you can set up a date here. They love to have newer artists. They also do have an open mic night here once a month. So, you know, definitely check it out.
that's what I got.
The Sagacious Traveler, singer-songwriter, Tavir Tap.
Tavir Tap. That
Check
was
him
a
out,
guy.
man. Apparently
Tavir
he's
Tap,
great.
Very good artist. He from the Baltimore area. Said he's willing to come back to Seven Locks and is willing to come by and do an interview. So hopefully we'll have him.
Love to hear that. Love to hear that. Love to support our local artists. Let's try this Saison, man. Cheers.
We know how it's gonna be.
Oh, that's delicious.
Obviously,
Every time, man. It just
these
has.
last 3 we're gonna need to take it slow.
I like the middle one though. The
guava is
guava is very good. I will agree with you. The Lucha Lime is. I really liked your Mexican lime lager that you had here a few months back.
I don't know what they changed with it. I think they made this maybe a little bit heavier on
It
the
is
lager,
heavier.
not as limey as it is.
I think this used more rind than lime juice, and it's definitely more bitter. It's definitely a darker beer. And honestly, that one before, that Mexican lime, it just reminded me of a perfect Bud Light lime summer beer, but just like a step up from it. I mean, I could chug that beer, and it was just delicious every time. So, you know, hopefully they bring it back next spring because,
Yeah.
you know, it was a good one. But, you know,
So,
y'all, oh, sorry to cut you off. They have a, y'all have a new head brewer here, I hear.
We do have a head new brewer. This sucks. I forgot his name already.
Okay.
But he is an awesome dude. He is willing to take suggestions. Obviously, you've seen up the beer that's been pumped up within the last couple of weeks.
It's been very good.
Has been good.
The things that are being produced under him are very adequate
I'm
beers.
excited to see what's gonna happen. I wish. You know what? I'm not gonna say my opinions yet, but I just want more fruited sours. I mean,
That'd be exciting.
the Bitch Monkeys are great. I just think they're too bland.
They can take it up a notch, and I think that'll drive some.
This is a gose, if anything.
It
in the
is.
in the sour. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then like put some fruit and some puree into it. And I know
It's more expensive, but man, if it can draw, 10 more clients a month, it makes up for it. And
you've seen the marketing. You've seen what Burning Barrel can do. And I just want a brewery like that in Maryland. Crooked Crab has the potential. I thought
Idiom does it well.
Idiom does it well. Dewey does it good.
That's what I was gonna say. If we get over to the Eastern Shore, although I mean they've been doing them for a bit, and I don't know if I want to call them played out, but I love those dessert sours.
They're not played out. I do not think they're played out. I just don't think they're done well enough.
But Burley Oak and RAR, they're killing it with it.
RAR
They
is doing
still-
good. You saw the X-Men ones?
The
I
X-Men
wanna try
series is
those
very
soon.
cool, and I
wanna
love
try
that
those.
they're actually like teaming with some of these big things to get those special cans out there. I think that's a really cool opportunity for them, and
Watch out for our other podcast. It's going to be called The Brew Bros, where we talk about all brew.
all brews. This Mexican lime lager is not calling my name, but
You want to do guava?
let's do half of this. It's not bad. It really is not a bad beer by the slightest.
See, I feel
If you're looking for a lime beer, it's fine.
it's a good lime beer. This is more peel tasting than like the actual
Yeah, than the
citrus.
actual juice of
You
it.
know what I mean?
It's more bitter. There's a lot more bitter and hops behind it, or it's just that they're using
It's not
rye.
bad. I don't know. I don't know if I haven't had it in a while, but it.
I haven't had it in a bit. It's been over a month because I've been intentionally avoiding it. Now, I think it's just that y'all have better beers on tap.
This might have been the first time I've tried this beer, actually.
Really?
To be honest, I don't because I stay within my range.
Yep. You're a particular beer drinker, so I definitely understand that.
And the Clear Spring is kind of god awful for me.
Oof. Well, we got it last, so
Yeah.
we'll see how it
The
goes.
guava, I like the guava, and I don't like guava. I think I've had the guava in previous years, and I was like, nah,
Not
this
great.
isn't for me. But this year's is.
Jim did really well with this guava. I was very happy with it, and honestly, the finish it's tart, it's nice, it's refreshing. I mean, if somebody wants to have a beer that is super refreshing and fruited, this is it by far.
I'm not happy about the shattered glass.
Okay. I go back and forth with the shattered glass. What's your issue with it right now? Is it too buttery? Is it
Too buttery.
okay?
Has like chemical-y taste to it, and I've had that for. Maybe it might be all in my head because like it used to be one of my favorites, and then I had a really bad one.
Mm-hmm. We've all had that. There is the issue with surrender for a little bit there, and I don't want
get why we don't
I don't
have
want to
the-
delve too far into it because
I
you
don't get
know
how we don't have the Awakening right now. The Awakening should be up there
it should be.
instead of the Session Quarter.
It's kind of
Or
perplexing.
even the High Gravity.
The high gravity is nice though. I wonder how long it's going to be on tap. How many kegs did he do? Like 10, 15? Not even.
Maybe 5.
5 kegs of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Think about it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean
So-
that's a 10.5% brew.
Soda and goblets. A lot of people don't like dark beers. It's not the season for it.
It is not the season for a dark beer right now, but I mean he put it out there, and to be honest, it's one of your more drinkable beers on tap
It's
right
a
now.
good beer. It's just, if it was wintertime, it would be fucking amazing.
Oh yeah.
Amazing.
Oh yeah. Right now, I mean,
And
walking
what-
outside,
so what are they
95
gonna-
degree weather.
What are they gonna do for wintertime? Make a fucking Awakening? And
That's a valid point. It's a valid point. And you know, maybe the head brewer actually changes the notion there, and you know,
Well, it actually
decides
goes
to do
with
a little bit
seasons.
different with it.
Yeah.
So this is again, I was talking about earlier. It is one of my favorites that y'all have on tap.
Great
For me-
smell. Guava. Great guava smell.
Guava is great.
Right off the bat.
It's right off the nose. You really get, and it's a beautiful peach colored beer. Really nice. I mean, non-translucent. You can tell that they did pump some guava into this. I could use for more. I agree with you on that. You use another 10 pounds of it. That guava is front and forward of it, and it is just killing it with the beer. But to me, this is a great spring and summer beer. When I'm poolside or something, this is what I want to have.
Dude, if I knew we were driving, we could have prepared so much better for this last trip down.
I know, 100%, man. We could have gotten a couple cases of beer. I mean, I don't think they would have batted an eyelash. Well, this is a great one.
So, real quick, what you like video games?
Oh yeah.
What you play nowadays?
So, well, as you saw, and I beat your ass in Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yo, go fuck yourself. First of all, go. Like, you know what? I'm not afraid to say this. Fuck your kids too. Fuck your kids too.
They know how to cheat so dad wins. Like, hey Alvin, Bob. No. So
As soon as your kid turns 18, I'm gonna smack him in the fucking face.
watch out for Brayden, dude.
It-
He'll have the cold cock ready, dude.
Brayden, I'm scared of Brayden. I'm actually scared of it. He
That
is
man-
a menace.
That man he is something. No, so I've been playing a lot of Tiger Woods PGA Golf 2020.
Not on Game
2021.
Pass.
It's not on Game Pass, but I just really, if I have 15, 20 minutes in between meetings or something, I'll throw on round 18 in my player's career and just go play, one round of it and then be able to get back to it later. It's nice, it's quick, and I don't know. I think it makes me kind of appreciate the golf game a little bit more because of how simplistic it is on the video game compared to in real life. Like, yes, I can press A 2 times and make sure it gets within the threshold or whatever. That's easy. Hitting the golf ball well and making sure it goes the area I want to, like, I wish it was that simplistic.
I mean, it could be.
It could be. Once we set up the driving range back here at Seven Locks and get Jim to pay the $3,000 it's going to cost.
Just hit it into the
daycare, the doggy daycare.
Nah, dude, I'm gonna have him set up a screen right there at the rolling door, and
Dude, imagine how much business that would bring into
this drives so much business, dude. I think that Jim and Keith know that there's more business that they can drive, but it's what is their initial buy-in for it. So, hopefully we can get them to kind of go out on a limb and see what they can do. All right, Alvin. I know we're both
Dude, I am
lamenting
not
this one, but we're gonna take a good swig. This is the Clear Springs Pale Ale. It is a 5.5% ABV Pale Ale. They describe it as, this beer pays homage to the timeless American craft tradition with its radiant golden hue and a lively carbonation. Our American Pale Ale invites you to indulge in a refreshing sip. So, I guess I'm going to take a refreshing sip. Cheers, man.
Actually, it's not that bad.
That's all right. That's all right.
It's better than the
Better than
Lime.
wine. I
It's
think
better
that
than wine.
I think that aged a little bit
It's
better.
actually really fucking good. That's not bad at all.
There's a nice finish to it.
That is
I
not
enjoy
bad
that.
at all.
There's a lot of citrus on the back of it, actually.
That is really good. The Limehocker did something else.
The lime is just it's that rind band.
I think blonde is probably the worst. Lime. Excuse me.
Honestly,
This
these
is
two might be tied.
The Clear Spring is not bad.
These two might be tied.
At
Obviously,
all.
Snake Den's the best, but
Damn, the Clear Spring is not bad at all.
yeah, that's drinkable beer.
Very drinkable.
Hey, Seven Locks, thank you for your support. Everyone, please come out to this brewery. It is much needed with the business, and I hope to see you
As
soon.
trying to do
Let me
techno
take a
business.
quick break real quick so we can clean up the table. All right, Alvin. So, there's something that I've been wanting to talk about with you for a while, and that is your entire family is staying at your 3-bedroom apartment right now.
Dude. Yeah. So
Take me through it.
This past weekend was what? It was my cousin, my sister. All right, my 2 cousins, my sister, my 2 aunts, my mom, and I. So 7
people in a 3-bedroom.
3-bedroom.
How's it going?
It's going.
It's
and
going.
I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna sleep here tonight, actually.
The office has some really comfy concrete floors.
And this sounds like a dumb bit, but like, I hate it. I really fucking hate it. How do I even jerk off now?
Dude, I guess in public bathrooms.
I mean, I feel like my bathroom is a public bathroom because of how many.
That's what I'm saying. You might have more privacy at Pike and Rose.
because of how many people are living in my house. Like I had to share a room with my 18-year-old younger cousin. I'm like, he's a bro. I'm a bro, but like, bro's gotta jerk off. I'm like, you tell me you're not jerking off at all?
Oh my god, dude.
Dude, I don't.
And he's there for a couple months, right?
Dude, he's going into school now.
Oh, so you're right. He's living there semi-permanently.
No, he's living there permanently because my mom gave him the big bed. He gave him my bed. My mom bought me a fucking twin pull-out cot like I'm in the military. I'm sitting next to the bed thinking like, God damn, like, looking at this nigga, I was like, you're sleeping in my bed. And I opened my mouth, and my mom's like, "You're being so ungrateful, right?" Like, ungrateful for what? This is my room. What do you mean? So,
Dude, that's rough. I mean,
so now you want to see why I want to get out?
yeah, I do. Like, I'm sure like spending time with Auntie is good and things like that. It's good to be able to
fucking great.
reconnect.
But then when I go to sleep,
When you go to sleep, I feel like you're in a freaking hostel or something.
then my mom might as well have been like, "Go to your doggy bed right now, Alvin. Go and get. Go to bed." But the fact that I was so drunk last night or tipsy last night that I was telling my mom thank you when she was
Thank you when she was waking you up.
I was like, thank you. Thank you. She like picked up my clubs and I was like, thank you. She was like, yo, you got clubs? I was like, yes, thank you.
I can just imagine your mom like, what is my drunk son done? Like, did he just rob somebody for
Dude.
golf clubs?
So I think the worst night my mom has ever seen me
Okay.
was after Brad's wedding.
Oh God, dude, you were crying.
That was
rough.
Black. I think I found out Carrie Ann did something that night,
Yeah, you did.
and then I was just like, what? Like, it just went downhill from there.
Oh my Lord, dude. Yeah, that was a
Downhill
good
from there.
one. To kind of tail onto that, dude. So, online dating sucks,
Dude.
and dating in general in 2023 sucks.
Yeah, I'm saying you're getting at the tail end of it. When I was online dating, when Tinder first started, the conversations were great. Ponce was talking to some chick that he had swiped right on, and me and him, he had a picture of me and him on his profile,
Yeah.
the first picture, and she was like, which one are you? Are you the Asian one or the one with the big personality? And I was like, yo, Ponce, give her my number. Give her my number. Like, and dude, and that's how fun Tinder was. Like, Tinder used to not be like discussing chick time or discussing bird time. It used to be just be like everyone's just trying to have fun, trying to get laid. You know what I mean?
Man. So like, yes, I wish I knew what you mean,
Dude,
because
Tinder
right
was
now it is
so
tenuous.
Fucking fun. Tinder nowadays is just like, yes, you gotta try.
So went on a 3-date day, and you know about this, Alvin.
That sounds like a devil of a date, my guy.
Lick 'em tomorrow, though. It was fun. So like, had a haircut at 2:30. You know, I gotta make sure I'm my adorable self.
Do play by play. Do play by play.
So we are here at about 1 p.m. slugging some beers, and I tell you, I need you to call me at 5 p.m. because I have a date at 6.
Honestly, you need to go way back, and you need to talk about like we were thinking about ways to get you out of this date, and I was like, how about you do this? How about this?
How about I saved you as Montgomery County Corrections in my phone?
And I call you and I say I need some help right now.
The date was going well, but I just had a better date later. And, my God, like, did it save me, dude?
He had a date with a black chick and then had a date with a white chick. It was like, I think I want the vanilla more.
Kenyan chick was gorgeous, dude. She was absolutely gorgeous, but, like, also...
But like
big
your
language barrier.
your family would want you to be with a white chick. It's okay. I've been
Dude,
there.
I think
I've been there.
I think my mom would be like, "Good for you, Garrett." Like she'd like try and dap up
your mom
the
would
Kenyan
be like,
chick.
"Did Alvin talk you into this? Did Alvin talk you into getting her?"
Yes, yes, Mom. That's exactly what happened. So, went out with her. She got a orange juice and lime juice, and paid. Well, I paid $16 for it.
Nigga, what did you put alcohol in it?
Dude, they
didn't
charge her for the cocktail.
You didn't be like, my guy, you know, put the vodka.
Dude, I was
Put the vodka.
I was just abashed. I was just like, all right, whatever. But then drive her home, rush to DC, and then have like one of the best dates of my life.
That wasn't yesterday, right?
That was 2 days
Okay,
ago.
'cause I was about to say-
Rooftop cocktails. Then we went and ate 36 oysters between the two of us.
That's when you texted me where you're like, yo, it's
And we're eating oysters, dog.
we're eating oysters. I'm about to eat her. I'm like,
Yeah, you are.
Dude, this girl had to pee
yeah, you
like
are.
17 times in the date, but she was gorgeous. It was
being
great
healthy.
conversation. I mean, she drank plenty of water, I guess.
That being
Like,
said, I do have to send you a list of rooftop bars in DC. I've got quite a few.
Oh, yeah?
Which are fucking banging.
so
The
I
Wharf
gotta check some
area-
of those
The
out.
Wharf area is a good area.
I definitely got to check some of those out. The evening ended with my my nice go-to. I was 3 hours late.
To the fat chick?
I was 3 hours late to hanging out with her, and we still got it in. I mean, that's that to me. That's a good day.
Dude, stay tuned to the Frostburg stories. We're gonna say some ratchet Frostburg stories. I can't wait until you bring your stories out.
Oh man, I got some good ones. I saw some weird shit at that school.
You saw some weird shit. You did some weird shit. We all did some weird shit.
Some weird shit. Hey, listeners, thank you so much for tuning in. This is the Dashiki Bros, episode 001. This is Garrett.
Before we end, you should plug in your Twitch and stuff. If you Twitch.
Hit me up on Discord, dgurt, DGURT. Hit me up on Twitter, same handle. I wanna see you around. Alvin, you love streaming.
Yeah, I stream about every night. Catch me on Twitch, Darkness Falls with a Z.
Spell it out for him.
DARKFALLZ.
You just did Dark Falls. You get it.
Darkness Falls with a Z, 28.
Check him out. He is a killer on Call of Duty. Guys, thanks for joining us for the first episode. This is the Dashiki Bros. We're going to sign off here. Have a great day.